Good evening, folks. Welcome to everydaykt number 128. It's a whole hell of a lot. Now, we're a little early tonight. There is a new season of that show with the guy running around all over the universe with the blue telephone box. So that starts at 9, and who am I to deny you your right to decent television? So, before I get into the nuts and bolts of the show, I'm going to give 1,000,000 bonus points, 1,000,000 kilt points, to whomever can tell me the hell this is and why they are such a huge pain in the ass. So, yeah, as you can see, this one's old. It's beat to hell. And the other one's actually broken. So 1,000,000 kilt points to whoever can tell me what the hell that is. And why they suck so bad. Yeah, that's all kinds of grease and shit. It was all over my hands from that thing. The other thing I gotta say is I want to thank the good folks over at Bamore. As you can see, whoop, there's still some in there. Tonight's glass is the last dram out of this bottle. It is a fantastic drink. This is the 12-year-old. It is wonderful. It is very, very smooth. Has a very oaky, peaty finish. It's a little stronger than most scotches, but it's really, really damn good. And that's all that's left. So, for those of you catching catfish, yeah, I guess catching catfish would be really good for the hardest part in life, but not quite. So, for any of you who are, 30, 40, 50, growing up, the mantra of all adults were go to school, get good grades, get a decent high school if you can, get really good grades, apply to college, do all kinds of extracurricular activities and sports, get into a really good college, get an awesome degree, finish your degree, graduate college, summa cum laude if you can, valedictorian of the class, however, as high in the class as possible, and then go to get a good job at a good company and work your ass off, and they'll take care of you. That's how things used to be. Nowadays, that's out the window, because you can bust your ass, get the greatest go to the best colleges in the universe. Does that mean you're going to get a job? No. Does it mean you're going to get a job in anything close to what you want? Even less of or more of a no. Does it mean that you're going to be able to get out of college and get not only a good employer, but a good employer that you are actually comfortable with for the rest of your life? Hell no. The number of companies that will do that for you these days are a minute fraction of what they were 20 to 30 years ago. The internet and globalization has completely destroyed that entire mindset. So what does that mean? That means that the easy track to success in life has been obliterated, completely destroyed. It means that once you're out of high school, you're on your own. You might hop between 5, 6, 7, 10 jobs before you get something that you actually like. And I'm willing to guess that at least the first 5 involve some kind of food or coffee. So, it's a crapshoot. It's a complete crapshoot these days. You can't just go and do these awesome things in school, get a good job, and stay there for the rest of your life. So, how do you fix that? How do you address that issue? Well, first thing is stop taking complete bullshit majors. Ancient Russian literature, while cool, isn't going to get you crap for a job unless you're going to teach ancient Russian literature. Last I checked, there are not a ton of openings for professors of ancient Russian literature. So, underwater basket weaving, same deal. Get a legitimate degree in something that you can actually do successfully. That doesn't mean that if you have the ability, double major, do what you want, and do what you know you can do well in. If you want to, if you know that you're good at talking to people, get a marketing degree. But you also know that you love painting, so go get an art degree, a minor in art, or a minor in art history, something like that. Don't give up on your dreams at all. But going all in an educational institution when you have no guarantees of an actual job when you're done is a waste of money. You'd be better off not even going to college and just going and working somewhere and busting your ass. So what happens when you get out of college? You have this degree. You know you're pretty good at whatever it is that you decided to do, business or engineering or some kind of skill, maybe a trade school or something. You're good at art, so you went to welding college. It's probably not on most people's list, but there's some badass welding that I've seen. There's a guy 2 miles up the street who takes propane tanks and turns them into Lego guys. They're badass. Last I checked, you can't do that without welding skills. So, now you've got these awesome skills. You know how to do these things. What do you have to do? Sell. Because no matter what job on the universe you're doing, if you're not trying to sell someone your skills or your products, nobody's going to care. You have to know how to sell yourself. You have to know that people want to talk to you. They're going to buy from you because you have to convince them that it's to buy from you. Because whatever it is you're selling, odds are somebody else is selling it too. Probably a whole lot of people are selling the same thing. It does the same thing. It comes in the same colors. It'll make your life faster, better, quicker, stronger, whatever. It's the same thing. So they're trusting you. They're buying from you. So you have to work on convincing people that it's you that people want to buy from. And it's not just stuff. I mean, think about it. You go try to get a date with a girl. What are you doing? You're selling yourself. You try to get a job. You're selling yourself with the resume. You're trying to, get into college. What are you doing? You're selling yourself. Salesmanship is easily the single most important skill you can have. The ability to talk to someone, understand their needs, and convince them, without lying or being unethical, that whatever product or service you have is going to positively impact them in a manner that will make their lives better and give them more time to do the things that they want to do. If you can do that effectively, you're good. Take the classes, take the skills that you learn in your class, in your school, in your apprenticeship, whatever it is, and go do stuff. Go do stuff that people want to pay for. And I'm sorry, I've got cough drops in my mouth. The rainstorm that came in brought some nasty crap with it, and so I got the sniffles. So once you have figured out how to sell to people, and it's not being the sleazy car salesman, it's identifying what it is that they need in their lives or in their business to improve either their bottom line or reduce how much time it takes them to do things. If you can solve one of those two problems, you're good. Either make things easier or make them cheaper or make them faster. I guess 3 things. If you can do any one of those 3 things in a manner that they're willing to pay for and an amount that they're willing to spend, you're good to go. Do that. And if you can't figure it out for one product, go try other things. Before you get stuck doing something you absolutely hate and it's barely covering the bills, try different stuff. If you know you've got creative skills, but nobody's buying your welded Pokemon, okay, fine. Stop doing that. Go do something else. It can be related. It's preferred to be related because that way you can transfer those skills from one thing to another. But find something else that people are interested in. Go on Google. Go on Twitter. Go on Facebook. Look up what's going on, what's important, what people actually want to look at and see. If you've got a major sports team in your area, do art related to that. Make welded up, footballs or something like that. Who knows? And I'm just using welding because it's the first thing that came to mind. It could be whatever you want. It could be carving. It could be basket weaving. I've got a friend who does chainmail. I've got another friend who chainmailed this right there in stainless. It was awesome, and that's what they do. but you have to be able to sell. You have to be able to sell. And that even goes with you wearing the kilt. Because if you are able to easily and quickly convince people that you're wearing your kilt because you want to, and it's fine, and you're not turning into some kind of Euro crazy nut job, the faster you can do that, the shorter the amount of time you're going to be catching shit from them will be. And that's really, really good, because that means the shorter that time, the faster you get to actually going out and having shenanigans with your non-kilted friends again. They think you're weird for a week or two, and then they realize that you're the same dude, or same girl, just wearing a kilt. And they're like, that's fun. And then they go out and they realize, well, wait a minute, him having a kilt brings over the girls. I want to talk to them. He gets them over here without me having to do anything. And because he's been doing this, learning how to sell thing for a long time, he's actually starting to, make some headway with them. Let's go talk to that guy. Let's go hang out with him again. So the faster you get this selling thing down, everything else falls into place. Because if you can sell, you can get a job just about anywhere. You just have to figure out what it is that you are selling. 99% of the time you're selling yourself. Remember that. It's always selling yourself. Convincing someone else that they can trust you, and they can believe you, and they can place their faith in your ability to do what it is you say you're going to do. If you can do that, the rest of it is, what are you selling? Am I selling scotch? Am I selling fishing tackle boxes? Am I selling these things? Doesn't matter. If you can convince somebody to trust you, it doesn't matter what the thing is. They'll buy it all day long. So that's what the hardest part of success is right there. It's what do you do when the predetermined path is over with? For generations, it was a set path. You get in the path, you jump on the seat in the train, and you go. Well, that train jumped off the tracks past 10 years or so. It completely left the station, and all of a sudden it just falls off the cliff, Wile E. Coyote style. And everybody is like, oh crap, I've got all this debt. I don't know what the hell to do. How do I survive? Learn how to sell. Very, very simple. Also very, very difficult, because you have to get past your fears, past your issues with talking to people and trying to convince them to do things. And to that point, I'm going to say this just once. For the love of God, do not start buying all those 12 tips to making people buy your crap. Skip all that crap. Just go jump in there, figure it out for yourself, because all of those things are just a way for them to get you your money. They want your money to tell you a bunch of stuff that you can find out on your own on Google, on YouTube, or from personal experience. Personal experience is the best way to do that. Go get a sales job. I don't care what it is. Go work in a pizza shop. Go work retail. Go work at McDonald's. Go work somewhere where you have to work with people. And once you get those basic things out of the way, go get a harder sales job. Go sell cars. Go sell commission whatever. Go be a real estate agent for a little while. Join a network marketing company that's not full of crap. Try to sell. Do those. If you can do those things, you're good. And then you start trying to figure out ways to get your desires and your passion into that. And that way you can do your passion and sell stuff and actually convince people that what it is you're passionate about is worth their money and their time. Like I said, you get to that point, you're all set. You got nothing to worry about. And for those of you who are kilted and are able to use your kilt as a marketing tool all day long, because it gets people to talk to you. It gets people interested, gets them curious. If you can get them curious to see what you have to talk about, and they want to come see your kilt and say, hey, the guy's in the kilt over there, what's he got? He's got some cool thing. He's cooking something. Oh, you got a kilted baker. Hell yes. What's he got? What's he cooking? It's awesome. That's the whole shooting match tonight. It's stop thinking that there's some preset track as to how you're going to succeed in life. Because after college, it's all over, and you're on your own. And there's a very tiny number of people who are able to just follow the path all the way to the end. So to that point, I know I'm early, so there's only a handful of you on there, but somebody throw me a Kiltology volume, because I could rant and rant and rant about this all day long. Regardless of sales or whatever, I suggest you get a skill. Doesn't matter what it is, just some kind of hand skill. Something you got to build or do or create. Mm. Legally making scotch is an awesome skill. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Oh, BJ number 2, awesome. So I'm guessing my live feed's not accurate because I'm showing at least 3 or 4 people that have said 2 or 3 people that have said something, and it only says there's 2 people watching. All right, for some reason, volume 2 always opens up to this middle spot. So those all suck. Oh, sweet. Okay, so this has to go with specific. This one is, again, like I said, it opened up normal. Look, it's the same one again. So it opened up, and I'd read all those, so I flipped it to this, and it works. So, Kiltology number 429, worth. The worth of a man should not be measured by his material possessions or potential ability to help. The worth of a man is measured by the use of his capacity to help others who cannot help themselves without regard for recompense. Even a man of boundless riches in gold and land can be considered worthless if he does not help those truly in need. This has no bearing on the lazy masses who have the capacity to help themselves and choose not to. Those who sit around complaining about how hard life is without lifting a finger to improve the situation do not need help. They need to grow up, accept responsibility for the results of their lack of action. So how does that apply to what we just said? This is what happens if you try to utilize the old methodology of education and employment. Go get a job, you go to school, get a job in that field, and you're set. Doesn't work. If you try that, you're going to wind up like the guy in the book, in the Kiltology. On your couch, doing squat, wait for somebody else's handout. So, remember, if you're going to go out there and kick some ass, learn how to talk to people and sell. Because it doesn't matter what you're going to do in life, someone has to give you money for it. So at very least, you have to sell yourself to get that resume, get that interview nailed. It might only be once, but once is all it takes. Because if you can sell yourself that once, you're good to go. So learn how to communicate, learn how to sell yourself. Because ultimately, remember, they're buying you, not the thing you're trying to sell them. They're buying you, your words, your trust, your enthusiasm even sometimes. So, go out there, go kick some ass. Happy Easter, happy Passover, and whatever other holidays are going on right now. I don't have a good mental list of them all. And until tomorrow, watch out for the eggs that weren't cooked, and be strong. Put a kilt on.